Hello everyone, welcome to this session. In this session, we're going to see conditions and loop, a concept which we have already seen a little bit in details, how to apply conditions. Along with that, we're going to see loops as well in this session. As for a condition, we're going to see if condition. Condition starts with a condition, and if condition is true, then a statement get executed and it ends. If condition is false, then again another statement gets executed, or it goes to an end statement based on how you apply. It can be very useful from a syntax standpoint. If and then condition, predominantly operators, which we have seen, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than. All those operators can be applied from a condition validation standpoint. And we can apply check for state. Example, if URL contains success, click a button, kind of a op. Let's look into an example, deep dive into if condition. Open your operating system, launch our Notepad++, and we'll go with a example, if condition. So if, as we have seen, if it is used for checking for conditions, any kind of rules validation, based on specific rules, we need to validate it. We'll see one of the examples. Let's start with a couple of variations with if, how we can use if. And if is a very, very critical part of this process, wherein we have to check a lot of different rules. And let's see an example from an integer standpoint. Let's say we have a variable called var age, and we say age is equal to 18 as a value. And we check if var age is more than, you can use more than, you can use greater than, or you can use higher than 18, then you can say echo congratulations, you can apply for driver license and close it. So here in this case, if is a condition, and then this is a variable, and then you have a operator, which is more than, is an operator which we are using it to check what's the value of the variable. And then if thing is successful, we'll go for echo display. So we'll see this option, and then we'll come back on another variance or how we can use it in a different way. Let's save this, and if condition example 1.tag, and say enter. Let's run this and see how the result is. We say TagUI, and then TagUI if condition operation 1 minus h. So when you enter, it will execute. When you hit enter, it will start executing it. So if you see, it started and nothing is displayed. For our reference, let's echo so we'll say if condition check, if condition example, let's say a variable will print a variable, and then we have given 4 tabs or 4 spaces to indent it. Generally, it requires a very strong indentation. Let's save this and then run and see how it goes. So if you see, you can see an example, but still the value is not displayed. The reason is we haven't put equal to there, greater than, or yeah. So if you see, you have 18, and if I say 19, then this condition satisfies. If condition becomes true, var 18 is not more than 18, so it is equal technically. So its condition is false, so this particular statement is not displayed. In this case, 19 is more than 18. Yes, that the condition satisfied, then this basically get executed. So we'll execute the statement. We'll see, and if you see the answer, it's executing. Now they say it is displaying congratulations, you have it. So to ensure that if it is also working for 18, you got to add or equals to, more than or equals to 18. So when you add this condition, it will check for equals to sign. Now with 18, it will get printed. So we can just try and execute it again and see what the results are. And you should see with 18 value, it is able to print the value, right? So it's able to print it. So now if it is condition is false, in the circumstances, what needs to be done? So in this, if you have a variation called, there's a class which is else, and the else part gets executed. I'm sorry, you can apply when you are greater than 19. Okay, and we can just save this and let's test for both the conditions. So we'll make sure the condition is not satisfied. We'll say your age is 17. 17 is not greater than or equal to or more than or equal to 18. So we don't expect this should be satisfied. This particular part of the statement should be executed, and we'll see how it gets executed. So say TagUI, enter. There was an indentation problem. Let's do an indentation again. One. So let's do an indentation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and save and run. So based on that, the condition is where age is 17. In that case, I'm sorry, you can apply when you are greater than 18, or in this case, it should be 18. I just typed it as 19. You can save it and then run it again, and it should display as 18, right? This is the example with integer. If condition can be used with if condition can be used with a little bit of variance. So in this particular case, you see, hey, I have a condition. This is my condition, and if it's satisfied, this gets executed. And if it does not satisfy else, this particular part of the condition satisfied. In this case, 17 is not equal to 18, so this is the part getting executed. So there's no compulsion or there's no mandate that you need to only use one statement in the conditional block. You can have multiple statement here. You can have another statement saying, hey, echo, and you can say, hey, your age is equal to var age, and save. And they should ensure that these two statements are executed if the condition is false. So let's run this and see what the result is. So TagUI is pretty flaky on indentation. You need to ensure that you have a consistent indentation. There's no extra space here or there, otherwise it will create more problem. So you can take on everything and then give a proper indentation and say one tab or 4 spaces should suffice. So let's save this and let's see and run if you still see the same number, same error. So if you see it started, the error is gone and variable is displayed. If I say, hey, 19, I'll only get one value for this. I may not get two statements. You saw two statements here. If I execute it, I may only say, hey, congratulations. So let's execute this statement and see. So 19 is greater than 18. Yes, condition satisfied. You can see one statement. You can also add similarly here. You can say, hey, echo, and say your age is equal to, again, add age, and let's come back here and then give a tab and say save again and see if the first statement getting both the statements. So if you see, you have both the statements. So it implies it's not mandatory to use only one statement between the if and else block. We can have multiple statements in there based on the decision you want to take, right? Like if rule applies, do something else. Something if does not apply, do something else. There are a few rules to understand when you are working with if in TagUI. So first rule is make sure you have proper tabs or indentation for statements in else block, in statement in if and else block. Rule number 2, you can have more than one statement in the if and else block. That's it. So this finishes, we have seen considerable example of if with different operators. We'll jump on to our next topic. Thanks for watching.